It's already time to start talking about New Year's resolutions. Joining us from MSU FCU is Deidre Davis. I want to talk to you about financial resolutions, and I want to know if you can give us maybe some good advice, maybe three examples that we should maybe incorporate during 2021.
Yeah. So the first and foremost, I would say to stick with, well, first set a budget and then stick to that budget. And so that's a really great way to see where your money is going and then figure out where you can maybe spend less. And then you can have a plan really to achieve your goals. So whether that's paying off debt or saving money, whatever it is, you'll be able to identify how to do that much easier when you have a budget. And then I would say, speaking of paying off debt, that would be another great resolution to set. So once you have that budget set up, you can see like maybe if you didn't spend money on that weekly coffee, or maybe it's some other kind of indulgence, that you could divert those funds to paying off your debt. And it's also a great time to look at the interest rates on your various loans, because maybe you could refinance to a lower rate. You can maybe consolidate debt. And so talk with your financial institution about that, because that's another way to save money. You don't want to just move the debt around. You do want to make progress and pay it off, but it is easier to do when the rate is lower. And then third, a really great thing to do if you haven't yet is to set up an emergency fund. And so according to bankrate.com, about 40% of people could not cover a $1,000 unexpected expense without borrowing money. And so if you have even $1,000 saved, when you have something, a bump in the road, you'll be able to handle that without going further into debt, which will ultimately help you achieve your goals faster.
Yeah, really good advice. So, how can MSU FCU help too?
Yeah, so we've got very knowledgeable employees that can sit down with you, and during these times, whether that's remotely or in person, but we can help you go over your budget, find maybe that extra money. And a lot of times when you set up a budget, what you'll feel like is you actually got a raise because you're in control of where your money is going. And so we can help set up that budget. We can also look at your various loans and see if it would make sense to refinance. And also, it's a great time to look at not just that existing loan you have, but when you're thinking of like a credit card, but look at your auto loan and your mortgage and see if those have rates that you could refinance, because with those larger loans, you're typically able to save a lot more.
Good advice. Thank you, Deidre.
Absolutely.